Hello, everybody. All right, welcome to the mic stand. Today is, of course, Sunday, January the 11th, 2025. Friendly reminder to everybody, of course, if you guys haven't already, you guys can help out by liking and sharing the stream, see if we can get some more friendly people to engage. That would be appreciated. Also, if anything here grabs your attention, feel free to comment and or ask questions, and we will try to answer the questions to the best of our ability. With that being said, before we, of course, start off here, let me introduce my co-host for the evening, Sabrina from Devil Flyer Momentum. And I'll give her a chance if she wants to, I guess, promote any project she's doing. Talk about anything maybe she wants to promote, or maybe her business or what have you. Sabrina, you ready?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, great. Oh, you want? Oh, okay. Sorry.
I was giving you the chance to introduce yourself, maybe promote any projects you're doing, or talk about anything you want to .
Well, yeah. I will promote Momentum Comics, Rex Christian, Devil Flyer, Devil Flyer at Fund My Comic, and Devil Flyer comic. I will promote that. I believe I do not have the link for that, but I might be able to get it for our next show if you have me back.
The one thing I didn't get a chance to do is look ahead, but I was, as long as you're interested, I'm always going to.
Definitely. And please forgive me, I'm not showing my face today. I just don't look right. And yeah.
That's okay. I understand. Hopefully you can still read the material though. Well, let me ask you this, because of what your situation, what you just told me.
Yes.
Do you still want to read the part as well, or did you just want to do commentary?
No, most definitely. I can probably see it to read it. I can also switch up to my laptop if need be, but I can probably read it.
Okay. Well, for the shows here, again, I recommend you probably use your laptop anyways, because then you have more. Because if you notice, I have a whole bunch of windows or a bunch of tabs on my thing too when I do my shows. So, it's easier to have those on there.
Yeah,
when you have to share, especially when you're trying to share stuff like links and all that.
Give me 1 minute and I will transfer over to my laptop. But if that's okay. Give me a minute.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. I gotta go get it.
All right. So as Sabrina is, of course, going to switch over to her laptop. So here's what's kind of on tap for tonight, everybody. So we're gonna be looking at comics that went on sale in July of 1940 from Lev Gleason. We're gonna be looking at Silver Streak Comics, Volume 1, Number 6. Of course, among the features will include, of course, Silver Streak, and we're going to introduce everybody to Lev Gleason's version of Daredevil, not to be confused with Marvel Comics. So even before we get to the actual reading of the stories, we're going to go over. I'm going to introduce you guys, or at least take a look at some of the earlier publishing history of Daredevil from Lev Gleason Publications. So learning a little bit more about him prior to, and we'll just pretty much be reading from Silver Streak Comics Volume 1, Number 6. And then, of course, as always with the Sunday shows, we will Of course, we'll always have the This Day in Each History, or This Weekend in Each History segment at the very end. So, anyways, Sabrina, you ready, or are you still setting up?
Here. I'm just letting my laptop start back up. But yeah, I'm here and I can seamlessly switch, so it's not a big deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, as I said, only again, I recommend using the laptop just because as we're reference with all the reference material that we're accessing, it's like it's much easier to do that. It's much easier to see it than trying to do all that on a phone,
Because I struggle on the phones. Yes, I struggle.
Yeah.
So yeah, like if there's a comment that pops up, I struggle to see it because I'm only getting like on my end maybe 2 inches of screen from top to bottom.
Right.
So yeah.
Well, and that's one of the reasons why I don't like a lot of these like the short formats, right? You've seen the short videos, the way they're formatted. I don't like that format. I like the full screen format, basically.
Yeah.
That's always been my thing. So, maybe I'm a bit more old school that way, but all right. So did you just hear what I know you were busy getting your setup taken care of, but did you hear what I was saying as you were doing that, or?
No, I did not. I'm so sorry. I had to go into the other room to get my laptop.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, for you, let me just repeat what I just said for everybody else. So tonight we're going to be looking at comics that went on sale in July of 1940. This week we're going to be focusing primarily on Lev Gleason Publications. We're going to be looking at Silver Streak Comics, Volume 1, Issue 6. We're going to be we're going to be introducing everybody to Lev Gleason's version of Daredevil, which is different from the Marvel Comics version, hence why I had to make that kind of notation. Before we actually get to the reading, I'm going to go over, a quick little intro to Daredevil so people kind of know who we're talking about, publication history, some the basic information. I'm not going to read over his entire our first part of his biography because that'd be redundant because we're going to probably see all that when we read his story anyways, but at least give people a basic idea of who he is and when he got started and all that.
Okay.
And then we'll get into the reading from Silver Streak Volume 1 number 6. So you ready?
Yes.
All right. So let me then go ahead and pull up the share the material then as we just trying to figure out. Oh yeah, here we go. This is what we're looking for right here. All right, so here we go. Daredevil, Lev Gleason Publications, as we said, not to be confused with the Marvel Comics character. So I'll go over the information in the box, and then we'll go back to the left side here. So publication information, publisher. For our purposes right now, we're just looking at his time with Lev Gleason. There are a couple other companies that basically brought him back later, but we will. So publisher Lev Gleason Publications, first appearance Silver Streak number 6, cover date of September 1940, created by Jack Binder, who was the writer artist, Dan Rico, and then later revamped by Jack Cole. In story information, just some basic stuff here. Alter ego Bart Hall, Bill Hart, Bart Hill, Bill Hart, team. Well, we don't need that yet. No, notable aliases: the dynamic Daredevil, Red Devil, Double Dare, Death Defying Devil. Abilities: highly athletic, superior reflexes, skilled acrobat, boxer, and martial artist, expert boomerang marksman. All right, so that portion. Let's see now. So Daredevil.
Yeah, I'm almost there. My laptop had to do a stupid update.
Yeah, don't you just hate it when they do that at some of the most inopportune times?
Yes.
Daredevil, a superhero created by Jack Bender, starred in comics from Lev Gleason Publications during the 1930s and I'd say it's more the 40s because the 30 he came in in 1940. So, anyways, a period that historians and fans call the golden age of comic books. The character was retroactively established into the Image universe by Image Comics in the 1990s as its first character. The character is unrelated to Marvel Comics, Daredevil, and recent renditions of the character have often renamed him Double Dare or the Death-Defying Devil to avoid confusion and potential lawsuits.
Okay.
The way you said okay there, I'm wondering was there something you wanted to say or add to that?
No, trying to access StreamYard really quickly on my laptop, and I really hate these automatic stupid updates. Yeah, sorry, it's one of those days.
No problem. I get it. So you're basically on your phone and on your laptop, or trying to be on your laptop.
I am trying to get on my laptop, and it keeps knocking me out, and I figured out why. And yeah, yeah, very sorry. No, I will be on in 1 second.
Who is Sabrina? So Jefferson Starship Trooper just asked who you were, Sabrina. Sabrina is somebody that I met through Rex Christian from Devil Flyer Momentum. She's somebody who I've already had on my show, I think once or twice already, doing the with some co-hosting. So she'll be part of the rotation for as time goes on. So you'll have a chance to get to know her as we move along here.
Yeah, I am the what would you call it? I am the secret girlfriend of Rex Christian. I'm the secret girlfriend. Yeah, I am the secret girlfriend.
All right, so
I'm switching over.
All right, so she'll be right back. She just had to switch over.
Now give me a minute.
Well, okay. All right. You there?
Hold on. You got me?
Yeah, I got you now.
Okay, great. Sorry about that echo. I did not mean to do that.
No problem. I think that just simply happened because you were on two things at the same time. You were on your phone and on your laptop, so basically that's why I think we got the echo there.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No problem. But anyways, so let's see. Yeah, and we'll probably learn more about that when we first know. Editor Jack Cole, who would create the classic Plastic Man a year later, revamped the character. Okay, yeah. So we can find all that out later. So publication history. So we're just going to look at the Lev Gleason Publications publication history for now. This original Daredevil was created by Jack Bender for an 8-page backup feature in Lev Gleason Publications Silver Streak number 6. September 1940, upon his partial revamping in the issue following his debut. Only Hill's identity, spiked belt, and boomerang remained. The mute angle was dropped. All right, so well, maybe we should. Okay, so maybe I should go back and read. I felt like if we read too much of the bio, it would probably be almost redundant. But I guess I'll go back and read that here. So, as a child, Bart Hill had been rendered mute by the shock of seeing his father murdered and himself being branded with a hot iron. Orphaned, he grew up to become a boomerang marksman, an homage to the boomerang-shaped scar left on his chest. Like Batman introduced a year earlier, he took up a costume to wage vigilante vengeance. Editor Jack Cole, who would create the classic Plastic Man a year later, revamped the character in the next issue as Bill Hart, pitting him against Silver Streak's lead character, the villainous Claw, for a 5-issue battle that made Daredevil a star. Now, Claw was a villain who actually was a featured character in Silver Streak. So, this original Daredevil was created by Jack Bender for an 8-page. Okay, so we read that part. Upon his partial revamping in the issue following his debut, only Hill's identity, spiked belt, and boomerang remained. The mute angle was dropped without explanation, and his original symmetrically divided bodysuit of pale yellow and dark blue was redesigned to a dark red and blue. The final installment was written by Don Rico, who would write the character through Silver Streak number 17, December of 1941. And this. Right. By this time, publisher Lev Gleason had already launched Daredevil's own comic with Daredevil Battle Hitler number 1, July of 1941, in which Daredevil and other Silver Streak heroes fought the German Chancellor. Now, mind you, many comics at this time were doing that. You had, even DC had kind of got to the point where they were kind of showing, their heroes facing off against Hitler, and you'd even have some, World War II era supervillains coming about in some of the comics. Anyway, so as with Captain America Comics number 1 in March 1941, in which Hitler also gets an ignominious sock in the jaw, the comic anticipated U.S. involvement. Sabrina, if you can talk to people, if you can chat it up with people for a moment. Somebody just knocked on our doors. I'm just going to look real quick to see.
Yeah, sure. Okay, hold on. So back, because World War II had just started coming, anything to pretty much make Hitler look like a bad guy, they did. And like he said, it wasn't just comics, it was also Disney. Disney has a very unique cartoon that shows Donald Duck, and it's something about Donald Duck goes to war. It's been pretty much removed in the last, I'd say 25 years, but it was very interesting because it makes it look like Donald Duck is in Germany and he's fighting for Hitler's army. And it's very wrong to see Donald Duck this way. He's still the silly Donald Duck, but he gets in more trouble. And it's a very unique cartoon. And also at the time, they were putting more superhero shows to make it more patriotic. So a lot of the superheroes that they were putting out, they wanted them to be patriots. They wanted them to be this because of the war. So a lot of the superheroes were average guys that became strong. And it's pretty unique and cool when you go back and look at them. What they did to entice men to become better and stronger and more muscular.
Well,
It actually did work in a lot of ways.
And I did catch some. Like, one of the things they did a lot in the comics in particular of this time, kind of alluding to your point there, was they would have a lot of, junior sidekicks. You'd have a lot of heroes who would get like wards or junior sidekicks. Obviously the most famous being Robin from Batman, but you also had Sandy the Golden Boy for Sandman. Also in DC, DC had a number of characters, including Jimmy Martin and Minutemen for Hourman, the Newsboy Legion for Guardian. Let's see, and of course, you also had some heroes who were actually kids themselves, like Star Spangled Kid in with the adult sidekick in DC, but also you had, of course, the original Captain Marvel, Fawcett's Captain Marvel. So. And I know you're also talking about the cartoons of that time period too. You did have some cartoons where they had some, where they actually did have some war propaganda cartoons of the time as well.
Yeah, the one with Donald Duck is hilarious. I mean, to go back and look at it, it's hilarious. And there's a song that goes with it. And actually,
my sister, your Führer's face?
Yeah, in the Führer says, "We are the master race." Then we heil right in the.
Yeah,
Führer
I about a couple weeks ago just watched that cartoon.
Oh my gosh, I thought it was banned, but I don't think I thought it was banned.
Well, okay, well. It's not one of the, like, there are a lot of, because of the racial stereotypes, there are a lot of those cartoons from that time period that the companies will not release. Like,
right.
Like, Warner Brothers has a censored 11 because, basically with the fact that they have like certain like racial or ethnic stereotypes that are looked at natively, the companies themselves will not release them. So they by default pretty much become public domain because, in other words, I can tell you can if you wanted to go watch Der Fuhrer's face, you might be able to find it on YouTube.
The funniest thing is when I was sick, my sister sings the song to me when I'm really sick just to get me to laugh. Yes, it's the funniest thing, but that's just how we show our love. We're very disturbing.
All right. Yes. So, anyways, let's get back to learning a little bit more about the publication history here of
yes.
Lev Gleason's Daredevil. So the comic anticipated U.S. involvement in World War II. It was written and partially drawn by Charles Biro, who continued on the book when its title changed to Daredevil Comics with issue number 2, and who in his 16-year run would make the character one of the most acclaimed of the Golden Age. Biro rewrote Daredevil's origin in issue number 18, August 1943, now depicting Daredevil's real identity as Bart Hill, as having been raised by Aborigines in the Australian Alberta. Yeah, there are a lot of these characters too, like kind of funny. We just read another character last week as well about it. In fact, it was Catman from Holyoke that we read last week, where and of course we know this also coming from Tarzan, Edgar Rice Burroughs' Tarzan as well, about the whole idea of an orphan baby being raised by animals and becoming a hero. So, according to Jess Nevin's Encyclopedia of Golden Age Superheroes, quote, his archenemy is the Claw, but there are Nazis to be fought, mad scientists, the Deadly Dozen, Wolf Carson, a wolf with a human brain, the Ghoul, Revenge, parentheses, the Phantom of Notre Dame, and Krepto, the imbecile with strength of 15 men. That last archetype sounds familiar, doesn't it?
Yes.
That's similar to Bizarro, among others. Bizarro, the Incredible Hulk, Solomon Grundy, kind of these big brutes who have very limited intellectual capacity. Bureau introduced popular supporting characters like Little Wise Guys in Daredevil number 13, October 1942, a quote-unquote kid gang similar to DC Comics Newsboy Legion, and many others. The group consisted of Curly, Jocko, Pee-wee, Scarecrow, and Meatball, the last of whom with remarkable daring. Was killed 2 issues later. But talking about these nicknames like Curly, Jocko, Pee-wee, Scarecrow, and Meatball, those are some really common nicknames back then.
And today they're hilarious,
Mm-hmm. By the late 1940s, with superheroes going out of fashion, the Little Wise Guys took center stage, edging out Daredevil altogether with issue number 70 in January 1950. The series lasted through number 134, September 1956. All right, so there we go with some of the publication history. So now we'll, of course, get ready to check this out for a moment while I make the change. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to go grab the actual book, Silver Streak number 6, and we will get started on the reading.
Okay. And I thought my image would be appropriate for, your show.
Oh, you mean your avatar there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, from what I can tell, I'm going to, oh, yeah, it looks like Rogue and Gambit right there from X-Men.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a sucker for Gambit. I don't know.
Well, could it be that maybe you might want to switch places with Rogue in that situation?
Oh gosh, yes. Yes. Like he was my first crush. I don't know why. And then the cartoons and they voiced him and they gave him that voice and I was like, oh. And,
are you talking about the cartoon from the 90s?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, there are two guys for the majority of the time. I believe it was Chris Potter, who also starred on Kung Fu: The Legend Continues as Peter. David Carradine.
Yes.
Show. He was the original voice of Gambit in that series, and then I think in the last season, as the show was winding down, all that they brought in Tony Daniels to replace him.
So it is the guy. Oh my gosh, that would explain so much. Oh yeah, I didn't know that.
The first guy who voiced him was Chris Potter, the guy from Kung Fu.
Kung
The Legend Continues.
Yeah, the TV series, I watch that all the time. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I didn't know that.
Learn something new every day, right?
Yes.
All right, so let me go grab the. And since I guess Claw is more of a major character, because there's also a feature of the Claw in here as well. We'll probably read him too. I wasn't initially going to because he was a villain, but now there's the Claw. Here's the Claw right here.
Okay.
That's the Claw.
I don't see it on my end, but it might take a second.
Oh wait, did I? Oh, well, I know why, because I actually hadn't even shared it yet, unfortunately. So that was my fault. I didn't realize that until I just came back to it. So now you should. Now let's see. Yeah, it should be there now.
Whoa. That's kind of dark looking.
hmm So Raul, Queen Sabrina, cool.
I love Raul. Sorry, Raul's my friend. Please forgive me.
No problem. Hey. If he wants to come and check out the show and see what we do here, that's fine. You know, that's more viewers. So friendly reminder,
Yes.
of course, if you haven't already, if you guys can help out by liking and sharing the stream, see if we can get some more friendly people to engage. That'd be appreciated. Also, if anything here grabs your attention, feel free to comment and or ask questions, and we will try to answer the questions to the best of our ability. So let's start heading down the thing here.
Whoa.
The avenging hand of the Claw reaches out to destroy the lives of his enemies. Read and see the exciting adventures of the world's most fantastic criminal. Here's the ad page here. Silver Streak by Ralph. Who is here? Oh yeah, that's right. Actually, that's right. I just remembered. Wasn't on. Actually, I was gonna probably get a. All right. I'm gonna just switch to the other site because I just remembered that I just remembered that the other site I used actually was a little bit better in terms of being able to
Oh,
read.
okay.
So I gotta just get there. So see, this is what happens when you sometimes when things can kind of go a little askew right before a show. uh,
Or like one time I was getting ready to do a show and there was a knock on my door and it was one of my friends and I'm like, you have to be extremely quiet. I'm going on a show.
hmm.
And she didn't know what I was talking about. I had to explain it to her. And
Mm-hmm.
then she saw it and thought it was cool.
All right, so there we go. Now I'll bring this up. And this should actually look a little better than what we just saw. A little brighter, I think, at the very least. Oh, look at the guy! Look at the far right there. Look at that! Look at that guy! That guy almost, pretty much almost seems like just skin and bones right there.
It does. And then look at the guy on the far left. That is very cool. And the scantily clad women.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at the woman in the red dress, like literally hanging out. Like hanging over his hands.
Man, I'd have to wonder about that. Now this one, unlike the other one where we just scroll down, I have to like click on each page here.
Okay.
See how much brighter that looks than what we had before?
Yeah, it does. It's very bright and more clear.
All right. All right, so here we go. All America is agog at the accomplishments of the world's ace of speed, Silver Streak. So much so that they do not even take notice when one Sir Cedric Baldwin crosses the Atlantic in record time aboard his superplane. Zounds! Everything appears to me, everything appears to me, 5 blooming years I spends in perfecting a super aircraft. I cross the ocean in 10 hours. Smosh all speed records for what? To be pushed back to the comic page by a blighter named Silverstreak. Fastest man on earth? Bah! I'll sue him. No, I'll challenge him. Well, the funny thing about this is, okay, I think he's trying to say faker, but he's saying it fakir. That's actually that word is fakir, which is like a Middle Eastern mystic. To a race, we'll see who's the fastest man alive. That's it, boss. That's it. That's it. Sir Cedric rushes Silverstreak. Or no, Sir Cedric phones Silverstreak. Race? Sorry, but I haven't much time for that sport, that sort of thing. Why, you yella pop! Wait till the papers find out that Silverstreak is a fake. Out of the window flies the streak. So he's gonna get nasty, is he? That's enough. Wait. Oh. I say, that's enough. You're on. Hmm? And while we're at it, and while we're at it, let's make this a real race. Say around the world. Around the world. Yeah, for yes, but how? But how did you get here? So blinking quick. Like this or like this. Simple, isn't it? Let me know when you're ready to start. So, something tells me I have made a bally bad wager. That's funny. That's funny. I don't I don't hear nothing. Yeah. Can you read the narration? Because I notice I'm not. Hey, Bone. Thanks for popping in. No, I haven't been able to let you get on. Can you see the narration right there? You want to do the narration since I don't know if there's any female voices in the story here.
Okay, hold on. I'm coming back. I had something pop. So sorry. Okay, it says
Are you okay?
yeah. Okay, the red, right?
Yeah, the thing in red.
But with the passing of time, Sir Cedric, what's his last name again? Sir
Um,
Cedric, his confidence, and on the day of the scheduled race, he is as cocky and as self-important as ever.
let me try something here. That a little better?
Yes,
All right.
yes.
Huh. I think that said remains, but anyway.
Oh,
Any word for the press, Sir Cedric? The gentleman. If I can't beat this person, I'll eat my shirt.
shirt.
And what have you to say, Silver Streak? Simply that Sir Cedric couldn't have picked a nicer shirt.
A hush falls over the crowd as the starter raises his pistol. They're off. Or rather, Silver Streak is off, leaving Sir Cedric at the post.
He's out of sight already. Well, chew my chickle.
Straight out on the ocean runs the ace of speed.
What was that? The torpedo hit for sure.
In no time, he is over Europe.
Hitler's war might well put in my 2 cents worth. Himmel! Was he's that's giving him a ride.
dropping to Earth. Silver Streak races through the invaders' trenches, plowing men high into the view. High into view. Sorry, I think that's what that says.
Yeah. Yeah, there's probably not one of the better copies out there, but
But it was
it's one is
brighter.
slightly better than the one we had before. So
Yeah.
look at those countries right there: France, Swiss, Italy, Germany, Romania, Russia, Turkey, Greece.
Then on through Italy, Yugoslavia, Bulgaria, Romania, Turkey, and Arabia, leaving behind him a path of amazed peasantry. Pleasantry.
Actually, I think that is peasantry. A
Oh
path of
no, there's
amazed
no L.
peasantry. Huh?
There's no L. It
Yeah,
is peasantry.
yeah, that is peasantry because peasantry just means peasants, a group of peasants.
Yeah. On the streets of the city of Mecca, an an Arabian woman sobs bitterly.
Hello, what's this? May I? So I guess there was a woman in there. Oh well. May I be of assistance, madam?
Oh, an American. It's my daughter. She's been given to the cruel sheik, Ali bin Hassin, as a wife by my idle husband in payment of a gambling debt.
Oh, isn't that something? Father basically sells off his daughter to pay his gambling debt. That's a real nice thing to do, isn't it?
Yeah, if someone would only help. Where is he?
So, someone is going to help, ma'am.
A few hours previous, in the camp of Ali bin Hassan, we find him indulging in his favorite pastime, falconry, with an evil friend, Abu Tay.
Release the pigeons. My bird will fly circles around your sluggish buzzard. So say thou.
Note: falconry is a hunting wild game with trained hawks, a popular sport in Arabia. But time and again, Abu's 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 chase falcon beats the slower Hassan bird to the kill.
Another strike, huh? I've won again. You may have the fastest bird, Abdur, but you'll never find the equal in beauty of my newest wife. Come. Aye, prize indeed. My lowly friend, you are not as stupid as your ugly face would betray. Now look at that! Look at that scene right there. Look how he just grabbed her by the arm and just look at my beautiful wife. Look at this.
That is so cruel.
I mean, she does not look all that happy or comfortable there.
No, she doesn't. She does have great legs, though.
Uh-huh. And now soft music while the flower of the desert dances.
Never will I dance for you, you pig.
Dance! Curse you, dance!
Suddenly, oops,
Let me just get it lined up a little better there.
that's okay. Suddenly, Hassan is about to strike the maiden. He is set upon by the hands, hundreds of them, tor- what is that word?
Tormenting.
Tormenting him into frenzied laughter. A voice from nowhere speaks.
Dance, Hassan, dance! No! No! Ho, 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 ha, ha! Stop tickling!
Ali bin Hassan drops in a fit of
Laughter.
laughter
Uh-huh.
as Silver Streak stops his invisible motion and grabs the girl.
Come back, you bedeviled thief! I'll kill you for this. Don't take it so hard. You've still got your other wives. Curse him! Curse him! If there were more, there, there weren't more important things to do, I'd hunt that demon of speed down like a falcon does a pigeon. The
The
frightened
frightened
maiden.
maiden.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead because I gave you the
Okay.
I gave you the narrator role.
Okay.
Go for it.
The frightened maiden is borne
Yeah,
along
yeah,
swiftly towards Mecca.
yeah. That's a different definition of born than you're probably used to.
That means she is took back,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
Um. Oh, okay. So the first thing there, I think, is the girl.
Who are you? Where are you taking me? Why did you rescue me?
Silver Streak, home, and because. Notice how he answered. Just
Yes. Tears of joy greet Silver Streak and his lovely
cargo.
as they what?
Cargo. I think it's cargo. It's lovely cargo.
Oh, cargo. Tears of joy greet Silver Streak and his lovely cargo as they reach the city. Oh, Sandra, you've come back. Praise Allah.
Listen, Pop, if you ever cash your daughter in as a power chip again, I'll wring your neck. Wow, that's something. Uh,
Before you leave, kind sir, I must warn you of a plot by Aldabi Hussein to rob a caravan of American travelers on this desert route to Muscat.
Mascot, yeah, I believe.
Yeah. With the details of the planned attack known, Silver Streak heads back into the desert, Farewell, handsome one.
Yeah, the main kind of thing about it here is because of that we have to like on the other site, we can just scroll down, but here you have to
Right.
go back, forth, and all that.
Yeah. Silver Streak whizzes into Ali bin Hussein's camp like a desert hurricane.
A sandstorm! Quick to the shelter!
At the desert pirate's tent.
Why the black-hearted thug? We will waylay the caravan at Khan's Pass. None of them shall live to tell of the robbery. I have scouts watching for their approach.
A black figure strikes from behind.
Spy!
Completely out of his senses, Silver Streak convulses about, madly upsetting the camp.
Stop him!
A flying tackle by a sentry brings him down. And he is dumped before Ali bin Hussein.
A spy in our midst. Spy indeed. It is he who stole my wife. Ha! What tortures come to my mind. But first, we shall inject my falcon with the blood of the speed demon. Then I will have the fastest bird in Arabia.
That's not gonna work, dude. Genetics.
Yeah, that may work in the comics, but doesn't really work too much in real. Well, of course, this is a comic, so.
Silver Streak whizzes into Ali bin. Oh, we've already read that.
Already. I haven't clicked the new page yet. Now.
Oh, sorry. The squirming bird is given a shot of blood.
It is done. Now let the desert rat, Aberte, challenge my bird. His eyes will fairly pop. Now place the infidel on the roasting rack. Master, the caravan comes. We ride. Knife the white one, and come in haste. A fortune awaits us.
As the slave is about to deliver a death blow, the falcon springs at him. The injection has given the falcon a strange kinship with the Silver Streak. In a blast of fury, it drives off the slave.
Il demon! All right, let me just check down here. Maybe actually, we were going in the right direction there. Okay.
Then lighting upon the streak, it stands guard until he revives.
Gosh, judging by the feathers, you've had quite a scrap, birdie. Where is everyone? Holy smoke, the raid!
Okay, hold on. Out over the desert. Fuels. Fuels?
Flies. That's
Fuse?
fly. No, it's
Flies.
flies. They just jam
Sorry.
the L and the I in there together. Unfortunately,
Yeah,
so.
makes a dyslexic person's brain more screwy. Out over the desert flies the human lightning bolt, Falcon close behind.
There they are. It's time for a surprise.
Adjusting steel tips to his hands, Silver Streak goes into a fast spin and bores right into the sand.
See you later, pal.
Straight through the earth and up in the middle of the raiders. Every devil-hearted Arab within his grasp is catapulted into space. Screams of horror stab the air.
Gone with the wind. What a cheesy pun. Gone with the Wind was a movie around that time.
Yes, it was. Half exhausted from minutes of super effort, Silverstreak positions himself atop a sand dune.
This is intermission. This is intermission, boys. All those who don't wish to sit through the second act may toddle home. Cut the dog down. Double booty uh, rations for his head.
Resorting to new tactics, the streak dashes back and forth so rapidly that he seems to be twins.
By the shade of the palm, I'll take you single-handed. What? What do I see twins?
Soon he is all over the dune at once. The illusion is too much for the Arabs.
A magic army from nowhere allies against us. To the hills! To the hills!
This is funny. Straight through the earth and oh yeah, we've already read that.
You got to give me a sec to click.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Hold on. I did, and plus I got to make sure that that we're because sometimes the way they set up these panels can be a little tricky. So,
Oh, okay.
but go ahead.
As the Arabs flee in scattered disarray, a meteor from the sky strikes Ali bin Hassin. He falls, trampling horses, render a quick death. Oh.
Do you know what the term? Do you know what the word render means?
Yeah, killing, destroying, dismantling.
Well, in this, well, render a quick death. It just means to act upon, not let's see. The horses trampling horses render or act upon a quick death or lead to a quick death. That's what render actually means there. And from the looks of it, I just checked, and it would seem we have a few. ALDH. All right. Damn, Hussein was back all the way then. Raul.
Yeah.
Hussein versus the Silver Streak. All right. Now go ahead.
Okay, hold on. I can't see it.
Oh.
Then the falcon flies into the shoulder of his new master.
Well, it appears I've found my equal in a race. My gosh, the race! My gosh, the race! Come on, pal. Now we've really got to travel.
Let us turn our attention to the nearly forgotten Sir Cedric, who is nearing Bennett Field in his plane.
The radio reports Silver Streak lost another half hour, and the bloomin' contest is ours. Yeah, sure.
A great crowd is at Bennett Field for the finish. Sir Cedric's plane zooms towards the finish line.
Great guns. It's Silver Streak. Silver Streak wins. Nice try, Sir Cedric. Hey, what are you doing? Eating my bloomin' shirt. Rip. Well, at least he followed through with what he said, didn't he?
The great crowd leaves the field. Suddenly, a scream startles the multitude.
Oh! What's that? It's a man. He's dead. Good Lord. There's smoke pouring from his mouth. That's a murder, if I ever saw one. Murder by some fiend. And I'll not rest until he is brought to justice. Oh. Actually, he kind of went with the wrong voice there, but that's okay. All right.
What startling adventure awaits Silver Streak in his investigation of the gruesome murder? Is he heading directly into the death trap laid for someone else by an insane dictator? An insane dictator-minded arch-criminal? Don't miss the next issue of Silver Streak.
All right, so let me so while I'm setting to the next story, I'm going to be going off camera here in a moment.
Okay.
As soon as I get to the next feature I was planning on. Overall so here's the next one. This will be a Western, Bill Wayne.
Okay.
We'll read that one through. I do know that, so I'll probably just stick with narration this time. Because I think there is a woman in that one that I do know. But overall impressions of that first story, Sabrina?
It was longer than what I would expect. but it was really good. It was a really good story. In my opinion, it was very well written, except for the part about the blood in the falcon.
Yeah. All right.
That's the only
Actually,
thing I
actually,
just
I'm gonna, because I just saw the time. We're already past the hour mark, so and probably because in part to the introduction I had to do there. I'm gonna actually move ahead to the story I was gonna do after this, even though I know this one's a bit of
that's
a
fine.
shorter story. The claw, and we might as well just because we did because the claw we know is gonna have some stuff in other stories, so that's why we're going to do the claw tonight as well. But I need to step away from the computer for a moment, so I'll be right back. If you want to kind of talk to the chat, chat with the chat while I'm gone, and when I come back, we'll get into this next story of the green claw here.
Okay. All right. Please excuse my reading on some of this. Um, I'm actually doing this on a laptop, but the letters are pushed so close together that it's kind of difficult at times. But yeah, this is kind of neat to read these old stories, these old comics, and it's neat that we are able to read them. In my opinion, I think that's really cool because it kind of does show history in a way, but it's kind of sad how women were treated back then, too. Like, where's the women's empowerment movement? Oh, that didn't happen until like the 70s. But it is unique and fun to read these. It really is. And he should be back any minute so we can start the final one. But yes, if you are interested in finding out about me, I am on um, Drawstream, on Rex Devil Flyer, his channel. And all you do is you type in Devil Flyer and you can find him that way. He does a lot of draw streams where he sits there with other people and they draw and talk. But basically, I cannot draw, so I'm usually sitting there drafting sewing patterns or literally sewing on the show. And I get asked a lot of weird questions sometimes, but it's interesting and it's a lot of fun. He also has a show called The 4 O'Clock Shadow, and these can all be found on YouTube. And also, if you really want to, you can send him a message asking when he's going to get me my fur coat that he promised before October. And it's now January. Just stating that. I need a fur coat. Where I live, it's very bitterly cold.
All right.
I was plugging the fur coat again while you were gone.
Yeah, I heard it like came back there. All right. So, anyways, the green claw. We'll get right into this story here. I like how they got the claw like written out there. Kind of the
It kind of looks
vibrating
like a
letter.
vampire in a way.
Yeah.
And his nails are green.
Yeah. Yeah. A monster of crime cheats death itself and threatens all the world with misrule, and only Carl Tarrant, scientist, adventurer, stands in his way. In the remote mountain regions of Asia, a cult of devil worshippers gather around a gigantic corpse um, which has been consigned to the flames. With grief and weeping, we consign the body of our master to the flames. We pray the devil welcome the green claw to his domain. Alas! Western enemies, where to much for even his mighty power. Wow, look at that. Look at how they got the body right there as they're burning it.
Look at the flames. It's very dark. It's very dark.
Dark in terms of material, you mean?
Yeah, it's very dark. But probably back then it wasn't.
Yeah. From the leaping flame that from the leaping flame materializes a weird towering form, alive and shouting. Cease your jabbering, fools! The Green Claw lives again! Master! At once, the personification of evil begins to lay plans for new activity. Hail, Master! The Green Claw lives! We will triumph as before! Nay, our triumphs will be greater than ever. First, this little fortress will become a strong city. Ah, our defenses are strong. Now to build laboratories, armories, temples of sorcery. Driven by the energy of their ruler, the devil cultist quickly erect large metal. Well, let's see. So if he's an embodiment of the devil, what do you think? You think he looks like a devil in a way, or a demon?
No, he looks like a vampire. I don't know why I keep saying that, but he kind of looks like a vampire to me. Yeah.
I will tell all our people that the Green Claw has returned. Boom, boom, boom. We can rest now, Major. The Green Claw is reported dead. Fear that report is greatly exaggerated, Commissioner. Boom, boom, boom. Meanwhile, at the offices of the police commissioner, many miles away, Major Tarrant listens to the drums. That is the beat signal of the Green Claw. I've heard it too often in the past. I must investigate. Boom, boom. By Jove! I'm just trying to get an idea of the pattern here.
Okay.
That's why I'm kind of going back and forth real quick. Trying to let's see. All right. All right, I think I got it now. So, disguised as a camel driver, Tarrant enters the unknown country. Come on, you desert buggy, make tracks. Train the spyglass on him and set the television in action. See, comrades, a stranger comes to our borders. All right. Farther away at his headquarters, the master of evil develops the television scene. All right, so maybe we should have done that part first, but oh well. Oh, a patrol. Let's see. The sentries have spied something now to enlarge the image. A patrol of the Green Flames sentries, of the Green Claws sentries, observe the major. Let's see. Attention, all outposts. Close in on that camel driver on the Western Trail, but don't let him see you. I want him taken alive. I'm gonna actually shrink this down a little bit, see if maybe we can get more of it into the frame a little bit here. And still maintaining print quality. But Terrant's scouting instinct warns him of impending danger. I have a sense of being watched and followed. I'd better prepare. We have him! Surrounded, be ready for the Green Claw's signal. Just as the camel moves into view beyond the screening tree, there's the drum signal. Rush him from all sides. Yeah. There is a rush from all sides upon the camel and its rider. All right, I'm sorry. There is a rush from all sides upon the camel and its rider. Grab him! Pull him down! He can't escape. Why, it's an empty bundle of clothes. We have trapped a dummy. Meanwhile, in his treetop hiding, Major Terrant watches the men he fooled. Quick, back along the trail, hunt for him. My ruse succeeded. They all run past, and I can advance on the Green Claw's stronghold unchecked. Hearing his henchman report, the Green Claw is wild with rage. Master! He slipped through our fingers, left a dummy in his place. Imbecile! Men are straw! I saw him plainly. He is Major Terrant. Coming here, turn back and charge him from behind. Those fools make it necessary for me to strike Terrant with my own hand. Again, the pursuers close in, and Major Terrant, close to his goal, tries a new deception. Those men are coming back. If I can only trick them with the grass. Now I shrunk the print here. Can you still see the narration, Sabrina?
Yes. Yes,
right.
I can.
If I had realized earlier, I don't think there's a woman in this story. So rather than just have you,
No, it's perfectly okay.
Rather than just having you sit there and just listen to me read, I'm gonna hand the narration off again to you this time, and I'll do the character voices here.
Okay.
Look, The spy has set up another dummy. Ha ha! He will not fool us a second time.
But this time the dummy is actually Major Tarrant.
Pay no attention to that ridiculous image. Follow the real enemy. We have combed the whole countryside. We do not find the spy. He is somewhere near you. Your blind brains cannot grasp his cunning plan. This radio finder shows his presence very near. I will trace his vibrations.
Unerring, the genius of crime, draws near to Major Tarrant.
That is no dummy. The finder device shows it to be a living man. Quite right, Mr. Greenclaw. I'm here to destroy you. Now look at that. A little bit of hyperbole right there. I am here to destroy you. Not capture you and take you to prison. I'm here to destroy you.
The Major fires, but his shot dissolves into nothingness.
Your aim is
Nothingness.
good. Oh.
Sorry.
All right. Bang! Your aim is good, Major, but your bullet useless. I am defended by an armor of heat waves.
At once, Major Tarrant shrinks into tiny dimensions.
What's happening? You've grown bigger. No, my dear Major. You grow smaller. My hypnotic powers will reduce you the size of a doll. And in Quality Comics, there actually is a hero the size of a doll named Doll Man. Come, my little hero. I have a special plan for your destruction. I'm glad of that. The hypnotic action is only temporary. You will soon grow again. I'm glad of that.
Green Claw's headquarters, Major Tarrant is shut in an iron box.
Yes, you will grow, but not the box. You will be crushed in its narrow confines. What? Why, you fiend? Now that we have the spy safe, I have time to start my campaign. My objective is world conquest. Then he revealed. Oh, I'm sorry. That was my.
That's okay. Then he reveals his latest scientific success, an army of nearly human robots.
These robots will conquer the Earth's armies and cannot be hurt themselves. Prepare the planes. We will load them aboard. Well, they may not necessarily feel pain, but there's always a chance you could probably somehow destroy them. But I guess we'll wait and see.
Meanwhile, inside the box prison, Tarrant is desperate.
I hear the Green Claw planning an attack And here I am caught doomed.
Looking out, the Major sees a rack of chemical equipment.
I grow larger by the minute. Soon I will be crushed. Um, let's see. If I could only reach those test tubes.
He jabs a hole in the mesh and
There's acid in.
splashes
Oh, oh.
splashes the acid against his metal prison.
There's acid in one of these tubes. If I can reach it, made it. Acid, do your stuff.
The
Hold on. All right, go now.
sorry, the acid eats a hole in the prison, and Major Tarrant escapes.
I'll finish this devil. Oh, out at last, and now to tackle the green claw. I'll finish this devil. Come out, my metal allies. You are more trustworthy than living slaves. The green claw's force waves will destroy metal. Now, if I pull this carpet on which he stands, he will destroy his own robots. The robots! They're melting! 1,000 deaths to the one who dared trip me. You underestimated me, Green Claw. I escaped and did this thing. All my labor, a triumph of science, brought to nothing. You are the author of my ill luck, Major Tarrant. I'll tear you to shreds. You've got to catch me first. Curse you! You'll not get far. Butterfingers. Yeah, only his don't taste like peanut butter and chocolate, unfortunately.
No. Outside, the Green Claw's henchmen prepare for the foray against civilization when
And then the others on the lower half of the other panel there.
Major Tarrant charges through them to a swift plane.
Put the bombs aboard first, then the robots. We will depart immediately. Out of my way, you slaves of evil. I want this plane.
Close on Tarrant's heels races the Green Claw, just a moment too late.
Stop him! Stop that man! Or he'll bring us all to destruction. He gets away! Send planes after him. I'd better drop a bomb into that hive of wickedness. Hive of wickedness.
It
It,
falls among the
oh,
bomb-laden planes, setting off their charges and destroying the fortress.
he has killed my men. Smash my city. I'll make him pay for this.
The Green Claw is defeated, demoralized, But he still lives. He joins the battle again with Major Tarrant in the next issue of Silver Streak Comics.
All right, Sabrina. So overall impressions of this story.
Again, this and these comics are really cool, but this one I liked. The Green Claw, like you said, kind of looks like a devil. He looks like a devil mixed with a vampire. So I think somebody probably had a lot to drink and came up with him.
A lot to drink. You think?
Yeah, they
You
had a
think the
lot to
Green Claw?
drink, and
You think the Green Claw here was an
the Green.
inspiration of drunkenness? Maybe.
Oh, no! I've got it now. I've got it now. The Green Claw, the guy that created the Green Claws aunt was his babysitter, and she always wore green gloves, and she never let him do anything he wanted to do while she was babysitting because she was too busy listening to her radio soap operas. So he created the Green Claw after her because she wouldn't let him do anything fun.
Uh,
It's
well,
his evil babysitting aunt. And drunk one night, he created it with that and memories of his aunt. That is my guess.
yeah. So we're at hour 36. I think we'll have time for one more story. So we'll read the Daredevil story next year. But before we do get to that, let's see if let's try to so okay, so let's get caught up on some of these. The Green-Eyed Vamp. Cook that piggy.
He
And then Bone says,
does look like a vampire.
and an Apex here. Whoa! Good work, Mike and Sabrina. Well, thank you, Apex. Hail, Raoul Bone, Jefferson Starship Trooper. All right. So we got a bit of a crowd growing here. So, as I said, we're gonna read one more story here. So we'll get 3 in tonight. We're gonna
Okay.
track down Daredevil, and there we go. And this will be, we're at hour 36 right now, so this will be the last story of the evening. I had a different arrangement earlier, but then when I realized that the Claw was somehow connected to the Daredevil later. So what I'm going to do now, Sabrina, since I don't know, I'm going to let you do the narration. And then, of course, any women characters that come along, then I'll do the other things.
Okay, sure.
So go ahead, start with the title there.
Sorry. Daredevil, the Master of Courage.
All right, hold on. Let me at least go through it and see where everything's at, so that
Okay.
All right, so I can figure out. So I think you can start in the middle there. You see that half circle there, and then,
Yes.
and then go down, and then we'll go down to the bottom there and all that. So, all right, now start.
Orphaned by thugs who ruthlessly killed his parents and left him speechless by the torture they inflicted on him, Bart Hill grew into manhood, possessed with the determination to destroy forces of crime and evil. I knew Bart Hill as a boy. Bart's father was an inventor. Both of his parents were ruthlessly murdered by a gang.
Hold on. I think the only part that's narration actually is as told by the artist, Captain Cook. And Captain Cook's actually the character, and the long thing there is Captain Cook's dialogue right there. So,
Oh, okay. Sorry.
no problem. I didn't even figure it out right off the bat there.
Oh, no, I didn't either.
So read that little box. What's in that box right there?
As told by the artist Captain Cook.
All right. I knew Bart Hill as a boy. Bart's father was an inventor. Both his parents were ruthlessly murdered by a gang of crooks out to get his father's invention. During the attack, the thugs branded Bart's chest with a hot iron shaped like a boomerang. The torture caused the boy to lose his voice because actually it sounds very similar to another scene that would happen years later in DC during during the Longbow Hunters story arc in Green Arrow in like 1987, I believe. But anyways, let's see. Because of the brand, he always played with a boomerang. He handled the weapon so well that people believed he controlled it by some magic. One day I read, um, about a fellow called the Daredevil. The president of the U.S. praised him for his daring and bravery in rounding up a vicious gang of criminals. The Daredevil always carried a boomerang. Right then, I knew that Bart Hill was the Daredevil, sworn to avenge the death of his parents by making all criminals pay dearly for their crimes. Oh, so, and then here's the scene right here. I swear to devote my time on earth to make a crime pay for the death of my mother and father. Well, now look at that scene right there. Now that was pretty gruesome. Now, granted, this is one of those scenes that makes you think comics are really made for kids.
Yeah, it kind of does. Yeah, it's like that's a little too dark for kids.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. You got what looked like somebody holding down his arms.
Yeah,
Boy's
somebody
fully exposed there. And look, the guy's just bringing that branding iron down on his chest there.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, top. So there's two. So there's two pieces of narration right there: the yellow and the pink area there.
Yeah. And now we find the mute daredevil on the trail of Joe Ripper, a notorious gangster who has just killed a bank messenger and is making his getaway in the plane as the daredevil reaches the airport. Note, since the daredevil cannot speak, the artist has indicated thought balloon to show what goes on in his mind.
Just missed him. I have a way to stop them.
With a mighty heave, the daredevil hurls the boomerang skyward. The crude but effective weapon strikes the propeller on the plane, shattering it to bits.
Zoom! Whirr!
The weapon returns to its sender as the plane crashes to the ground.
Zip! Now to get the stolen money.
Both thugs killed in the crash. The daredevil salvages the money bag and a note from one of the men.
A note. Maybe I can learn about their gang. Oh, now you see that? You see how the guy's arm? Look at how the guy's arm is hanging out of the wreckage.
Yeah,
there.
yeah. That's pretty graphic.
Well, that's the thing about these comics back then. It's this kind of stuff. Granted, it was even more the like sexual stuff, like stuff like was going on like in Wonder Woman. Now, of course, in Wonder Woman, as created by William Moulton Marston's, and I don't know if you'd ever heard about this or not, Sabrina, but in Wonder Woman, William Moulton Marston's is a pretty interesting guy. He not only had his wife, but he also had a live-in mistress. The three of them were heavily involved in bondage fetishism, which
that would explain a lot.
Huh? What was that?
That would explain a lot. Yeah.
Which, well, it's kind of funny because the original design for Wonder Woman, the original physical design for Wonder Woman, was Marston's wife and his lover, Olive Byrne. The two of them were the inspiration for how Wonder Woman came to be.
Okay.
So just a little tidbit for you there. Meet me at Club Apex after hiding the money. Rico. So it was Rico's gang. I'll turn the money over to the police and pay a visit to the club.
Having turned the money over to the authorities, the daredevil hastens to the club.
That's it. I'll peek in the window. It's nothing but a gambling den and hideout for crooks. Well, then that.
The patrons are amazed at the figure of the daredevil crashing through the window.
It's a daredevil. Wonder what he's up to.
In a split second, the speechless crime fighter turns his fury on the gambling den.
He's wrecking the place. Let's get out of here.
On the balcony at the side of the room, Rico, the club owner and gang leader, prepares to strike, but the bullet-like boomerang knocks the gun out of the thug's hand.
Of course, we've seen Batman do that several times throughout his career. I'll blast the daylights out of him. Ow!
Outwitted, the crafty Rico leaves through a secret wall panel.
Guard the door. Don't let the daredevil follow me. Don't worry, Sheep. We can handle him.
Regaining his powerful weapon, the daredevil again swings into action, a running leap. And the mute crime fighter lands on the two thugs.
Do something, Joe. I can't. He's got me. Ow!
Disposing of the thugs, the daredevil crashes through the secret wall panel. Going through a narrow tunnel, he comes out a small shack in the rear of the building.
The shack must be a hideout. Rico's planning something. I'll find out what it is. All right. Go for it.
In the shack, Rico and his cronies discuss matters.
That daredevil, he's got us scared, Rico. That punk, don't worry about me. We got other plans. Grab that note. Get it. Get out of town, or I'll get you. The daredevil.
Look, his boomerang is even on the note.
Yep. It's Daredevil. Bah! He can't stop us. We got a big job. I tricked Conde and his mob into coming over to headquarters. We'll wipe them out and control all the rackets in town. Let's go.
But the daredevil also has plans.
Good. That'll give me a chance to round up 2 gangs. Wow, so he's gonna get 2 for the price of 1, eh there, Sabrina?
Yeah.
That sounds kind of cool.
As the thugs leave for their headquarters, the dreaded scourge of crime leaps to the roof of their speeding car. The car halts at a lumber yard. A blind for Rico's crooked activities. Inside, the gang leader orders his men into position to prepare for the massacre of the rival thugs. Like an army prepared for action, the crooks wait with drawn guns.
Get into positions and pick them off one by one as they come in.
Atop a huge stack of lumber stands the speechless crime fighter, watching the rival gang arrive at the lumber yard, while Rico's thugs keep tensed, fingers on their triggers. But as Conde's men are about to be trapped like rats in a trap, the daredevil hurls the boomerang.
Now to turn my wrath on organized crime. Now to turn my wrath on organized crime.
With bullet-like speed, it zooms by, Rico's men knocking their guns out of their hands. On seeing the daredevil, the rival leaders forget the feud and join hands against the common enemy.
It's Daredevil, Rico. We've got to get rid of him this time, Conde.
The thugs open fire. The speechless law enforcer braces himself and with a mighty shove.
and then do the other one too, because I think they kind of go together.
Yeah, it kind of goes together. Sorry about that. With a mighty shove, sends the lumber toppling on the gangsters, and as he leaps to safety.
Fools dare they defy law and order.
The thug leaders open fire on the daredevil.
Let him have it. This'll stop him.
But again, the deadly boomerang finds its mark.
Zip. Now to strike.
Trapped amidst a hail of bullets, the daredevil grabs a stick of lumber. And swinging it like a club, soon smashes the thugs into submission.
I guess they know the power of the law. I'll take them to the final resting place for crooks. And Sabrina, what would you say is the final resting place for crooks?
Jail.
Mm-hmm.
Prison.
Yep.
At the local police station, the familiar boomerang drops a message.
It's a sign of the daredevil. He's sending a message. The daredevils delivered Rico and Conde's gang to us. They're outside in a truck. Let's go, man.
And
while the cops drag the thugs out of the truck, a silent figure stood on the roof top watching. That figure was Bart Hill, the daredevil, and through his mind ran only one thought: to continue avenging the death of his parents by relentlessly fighting the forces of organized crime.
the daredevil, voiceless scourge of crime, armed with a crude but deadly boomerang, appears in another thrilling adventure in the next issue of Silver Streak Comics.
All right, Sabrina. So, overall impressions of that story?
I really do like it. I like the fact that it shows someone with a disability.
Hmm.
That's what I like. It shows someone with a disability.
Mm-hmm.
And it shows someone who has integrity. Because, back then, people that couldn't talk were considered different.
Well, yeah.
So,
Unfortunately, there was when applying like a term that was usually applied to somebody like Bart Hill here. They were taught they were usually said that they were deaf and dumb, and usually people who are either deaf or for whatever reason cannot speak. That doesn't necessarily mean that they lack intelligence. It just simply means that they
oh
can't
no.
speak or they can't hear. So, all right. So let me get these. Let's get these last couple. Let's get these last few comments in.
Okay.
post whatever chats, and then I've got a couple more questions to ask you about the stories overall, and then we will wrap things up. And if you can stick around after the show for a couple of minutes for post show stuff. Oh, go ahead.
Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to tonight. I have a client coming in like 30 minutes.
Can you stay at least for like 5 minutes? Just because there's just one piece of thing I do need to, we need to
Yes.
settle on, which is your next appearance here. So
Oh, yes,
we can
most
do that. I
definitely.
mean, we don't have to get into a long discussion. I just do need you to stay at least just for 5 minutes, just to, for the
Yes.
scheduling of the next. All right, so let's do this. So I like the Golden Age Daredevil. So that's Apex.
Yes.
Earl says Brandon now, boy. I guess that was when they were going for the branding. William Moulton Marston also invented the lie detector, which is true.
Yes.
Well, he was a psychiatrist, I believe. So, Apex also said Golden Age Daredevil, the Fighting Yank, Black Terror, and other heroes appear in Project Superpowers in the early. Yeah, well, that's the thing too, Apex. Yeah, you allude to that too. We talk often about that Image and Dark. I think Image was one, and then I think there was another. AC was another. There are a few comic companies that actually brought a lot of these characters back when they went into public domain. They actually brought them back in the 90s and gave them another run there. So,
Really?
anyway, go ahead.
Oh, no, that's kind of interesting. I didn't know that.
See, that's a big part of this too. Is, what else can you learn about comics? Anyways, we are past the 2 hour mark, but as I said, I have just a couple more quick questions, and then we will move on to this day in each history, and then we'll wrap, or this weekend in each history, and then we'll wrap everything up, and then of course, let me see. Oh yeah, that was the same thing. Anyways, so we got through 3 features tonight, Sabrina.
Yes.
So of the three that we read, which was Silver Streak, The Claw, and Daredevil, which one did you like the best, or made the best impression on you?
It's a toss up between 2 of them. I really liked Silver Streak, and I really liked Daredevil.
So between the two, which one did you like the most, and why?
Daredevil. I had to really think on it. Daredevil.
And so what's your reasoning behind it? What about the Daredevil did you like that made him like the one you liked the most or gave the best impression?
Honestly, it was the fact he couldn't talk. It was the fact that he was disfigured and that he had problems, but he still was a crusader for good. Even though these people were cruel to him, he wanted to fight back against cruel people. And yeah, I liked his vigilante side.
All right. Now, with that being said, of course, so Daredevil is the one you like the most. So the 2 remaining, which are Silver Streak and the Claw, which one did you like the least, or made the least impression? I have a feeling I already know wrong considering your spiel earlier, but but tell us anyways, which one did you like the least or made the least impression, and why?
Well, my tablet's about ready to die. But the one that made the least to me was the Claw. I don't know why, but I really did enjoy the Silver Streak. I really liked the Silver Streak. I thought the Silver Streak was cool as heck.
Well, it could be too that the Claw was, there's one of those rare occasions where the villain was actually the main character instead of the hero in this case. That may have you think that could have played into it a bit? That why maybe that made the least impression on you.
Yeah.
I mean, he
I
at least made a physical impression on you because you said he kind of looked like a vampire. You know, we were
he
debating. Well,
does.
did he look like a vampire? Did he look like a devil? I mean, it could be both. You know, he could be a devil. He could look like both a devil and a vampire.
He looked like
So.
a vampire that had been messed up on meth for too long.
All right,
You honestly, I'm so sorry.
all right. So, anything more you want to say on that before we move on?
Nope. But unfortunately my tablet is dying. I'm gonna have to get off of here. Um but
All right. Well, let me let me do this real quick here. Let me as soon as I can
okay.
pull. There's because you're basically telling me you're gonna have to leave almost right now, pretty much, right?
Yes, yes. I thought I
All right.
could
So let
have
let
a
me
few
just,
more minutes.
all right. Then let me just do one last thing here, and
Okay.
then I'll let you go. All right. So the next open date I have. Oh, wait a minute. Did I even check something here, real? Oh wait, no, that probably would just do the effect. Oh yeah, I forgot to put Rick on for the 8th there, but that's okay. All right, so the next open date I have is for February the 15th.
I'll take it.
All right, we'll be doing Marvel then, so we should have
Okay.
some more. You'll have some. So Marvel, that's like Spider Man and all, but of course Spider Man wasn't around at that point. All right, so I'll put
No.
you down for the 15th. Um,
Okay.
and I'll thank you for being on tonight. I hope you enjoyed the show. Um,
Yes.
and of course we'll probably maybe we'll see each other in Rex's chat and all that. For the rest
Yes.
of you, the show is still going on for just a couple more minutes. Got one more segment to do before I leave, but I know Sabrina's got to leave for a couple of
Yes.
reasons. So
Yes.
before we go, was there
I-
anything you want to promote, tell the chat before you leave, or
really quickly, Devil Flyer comic, Momentum Comics. And you can find he does a show on YouTube called The 4 o'clock Shadow, and it's on his YouTube channel. I believe it's called Devil Flyer. You can look it up that way. And yeah, support him, support his comic. He is an amazing guy. And also, if you want to drop, hey, where's Sabrina's fur coat? He'll know it came through me on this show. So yeah, if you guys want to do that, I'd appreciate it. And thank
and
you so
Rex
much.
and the 4 o'clock shadow is on at 4 p.m. Central, 5 Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific.
Yes. See, you know this. I do not.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I
I'm
will
helping
talk with
out
you.
there for that.
Thank
So,
you. But I will talk with you guys later. Thank you again for having me on.
I'll put you down for the 15th then. All right.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye. See you later, Sabrina. Thanks
Bye-bye.
again.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye bye. All right. So just give me a sec here to just take care of some quick business, and then we'll wrap up the show here with the last portions of it. Let me just kind of forgot to do this. I'm gonna fill this in for 2 people. Just setting up my code for some of the upcoming shows here. Alrighty then. So I got that all taken care of now. So now we will go ahead and now let's start to finish up the show here. We're of course done with the comics portion of it. So, and it looks like and there's it looks like um, Apex helped us out with by getting the link up, the Fund My Comic link. Thank you for that, Apex. So so with that now today is of course Sunday, January the 11th, 2026. So let's take a look back at this weekend in niche history. History! So let me just get through all this. Da 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 da. And 20. All right. All right. So first off, we're going to head back 100 years ago yesterday, as on yesterday's date 100 years ago, back in 1926, the Pat Sullivan cartoon Felix the Cat Spooks the Spook or Spots the Spooks premiered and was released in theaters on this date, on yesterday's date 100 years ago. So 100 years ago yesterday, Pat Sullivan's Felix the Cat Spots the Spooks premiered in theaters on yesterday's date 100 years ago. It was a silent cartoon. Felix tries to grab a night's sleep in a nearby house, but the house's mice don't want him there. So they disguise themselves as ghosts in order to scare him off. So there we go, that. And now moving ahead to the year 2000. So I bring that up. On yesterday's date, the year 2011, which was 15 years ago today. Of course, WWE held its Monday Night Raw event from the Bridgestone Arena in Nashville, Tennessee. This was the night in which Shawn Michaels was the first inductee into the 2011 WWE Hall of Fame class. So on this date, 15 years ago today, WWE held its Monday Night Raw event from the Bridgestone Arena in Nashville, Tennessee, in which Shawn Michaels was the first inductee into the 2011 class of the WWE Hall of Fame. As on the show saw in the main event saw Randy Orton and Jerry Lawler defeat The Miz and Alex Riley in 11 minutes 20 seconds. In 12 minutes exactly, John Morrison defeated King Sheamus. Mark Henry and Daniel Bryan, with the Bella Twins in their corner, defeated Ted DiBiase and Tyson Kidd with Maurice in their corner. And then the show opened up with Alberto Del Rio defeating R-Truth via countout. So now that happened on yesterday's date 15 years ago. So now moving on to today's date. Moving on to today's date. First off, I believe I'm going to go back 30 years ago today, as soon as I find it here. 30 years ago today, back in January, on January 11th, 1996. January 11th, 1996. Dark Horse's, the 10th issue of Dark Horse's Ghost went on sale on this date back in 1996. The story was titled Descent, as written by Eric Luke, penciled by H.M. Baker, inked by Bernard Cole, Steve Haney doing the lettering, and then Chris Challoner did the coloring. And finally, 2011 is just so nice that we're gonna hit it twice. As on this date in the year 2011, the following anime premiered in Japan. Studio Dean's Dragon Crisis and Is This a Zombie? And David Production Studio Pierrot's Level E all premiered on Japanese television on this date back in 2011, 15 years ago. So with that, I thank everybody for being here tonight. Back up. I thank everybody for being here tonight. I hope everybody enjoyed the show. We'll be back here with more niche news tomorrow. Next week, of course, I'll be joined by Rex from Double Flyer Momentum. We'll be continuing our trek down Comics History Lane in July 1940. I believe we'll be doing books from Novelty Press on next week. So with that, I thank everybody for being here, and I hope to see everybody back here tomorrow. Bye.